Hello everyone. Um hey guys. It's me. Welcome back to my podcast, Letting It Linger, and I am your host with the most, Litabo, and I'm here to talk. To talk. Yes. I love talking. I want to start off by apologizing for not uploading yesterday. I don't know if anyone's actually upset about that or anything, but in case, and just because I like doing it, I will apologize. Um you know, like I was gonna, but then there was a fire. Do you know the song Running Out of Time by Paramore? If you listen to this podcast, or if you know me, I don't know how you don't know the song. Like, if you know me and you don't know the song, damn, that's crazy. But I really love Paramore, and it's off their latest album, This Is Why. And the whole album is just about getting old, and the song is basically about how when you're older, you never have time for anything, and you always miss everything, and about how sometimes you make up these shitty excuses. But really, maybe you did genuinely mean to do something, but you make up these shitty excuses, and what if that makes you a terrible person? You know? It's like there's this part that's like, there was a fire, metaphorically. Be there in 5, hyperbolically, you know? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and intentions only get you so far. It was on my list, that's why I meant to get to it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean, guys? I'm not 30 yet, but I feel like I'd be missing shit, Um yeah, I'd be feeling really bad too. I don't think I'm ever there. I'm like a I was actually thinking about this earlier today. I'm like a, what do you call it? A deadbeat friend. Like, I love my friends, and I try to be there for them, but sometimes I just I'm not. I can't. Something happens, I can't go somewhere. And I think my friends understand. I hope they do. But it makes me feel really bad that sometimes I just, can't be there. But that's gonna stop now because I'm old and I can do whatever I want. And I don't even have to ask for permission. So I'm gonna be there for everyone, and I'm gonna drink every day if my friends want me to drink every day. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't even fuck with alcohol really. Only 65% of me fucks with alcohol. So yeah. So guys, what is going on in your life? How are you? I'm great. I'm really excited. Um, there's stuff loading in my life. Let me tell you what's up, guys. Let me tell you what's been happening. So basically, first of all, I started season 3 of the L Word. I finished Adventure Time and I started season 3 of the L Word. I've watched the previous 2 seasons, is what I mean to say, and this shit is so crazy. Guys, are we sure gay people act like this in real life? But it's crazy. I'm not gonna say anything about it because because I know one person who is also watching the L Word and listens to this podcast, and I don't want to spoil it for them. But it's really crazy so far. And yeah, but it made me realize how happy gay people have the right to be. I don't know. I always like think of, I guess because I don't meet old gay people like that. Like I don't think I've met like an old gay person who has a partner and is happy or whatever, or at all, you know? But like yeah, but I know a lot of gay people my age and they're not happy. Like I don't think anyone my age is really happy, but like I don't know any gay people my age in like long-term relationships or anything. Like I don't know anyone in a long-term relationship. And if like okay, I know one person, but that's like different. Like there's like exceptions to every rule, isn't it? But like I don't know any like gay people who are like, everyone's like just living it up. Like as a gay person, like we all wanna, okay, not all, but like people like, I just think of gay people as like maybe substances and having a lot of fun and a lot of casual sex. I don't ever think of like a relationship that's gonna stand the test of time, you know, because I've never seen that and I've never had to consider that. But like I think about marriage. I've been thinking about marriage a lot since I don't even remember when it started. I think it started like very subtly because my parents were never married. When I moved in with my father and my stepmother, because they married and they fuck with each other like heavy. Like they just chill like an old married couple. Like and it's, yeah, that's just what they are, and it's cute. Like they understand each other and whatnot, and they just talk, like they talk all the time and they get along and whatever for the most part. And I never believed in marriage because like I was little and my mom was like a single mother, and she's like, my mom was like really serious. She was like, I don't know, like it was kind of like contradictory because she used to tell me like don't ever be like a single mother, but she'd be like, don't get married, like because marriage is where love goes to die. Like if you get married, it's just gonna flop. Like you're gonna have a horrible life, and like okay, like don't get married because you're not gonna enjoy it. But like, and like my friends, like some of my friends had like divorced. A lot of my friends had divorced parents or parents that they wish would get divorced, and that's kind of like, that's really sad to, you know, watch and hear about. Like people like we were all really young. Like anything I say, if I say like I used to, just know I was really young because I'm really young right now even. But like, you know, really like kids like in primary school still like thinking about like, oh, I like thinking like, oh, I wish my parents would get divorced, you know, thinking about, yeah, that kind of thing. So heavy for a kid, for anyone really, but for a kid especially. mm, but yeah, so I didn't really believe in marriage growing up, and I was like, I'm not gonna get married, like I'm not gonna get married, I'm not gonna have kids, because I used to pretend to hate kids to be edgy, guys. Can you guys believe it? Well, I think I did hate kids, but I was a kid, like babies. Like I hated children and babies because I literally was a child and a baby. Maybe, I don't know. Whoa, so true, it rhymes. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. But like I don't know, like I was like, ugh, like kids, like, and I was like, I never want to have kids. And my mom was like, you're gonna change your mind, like when you grow up, like I promise you. And I was like, that's actually such nonsense, because like I was also like uber feminist, like, and like not really a feminist, but like, you know, I had these beliefs that I thought that you had to have in order to be a feminist. Like I don't know, my idea of feminism has changed a lot since those days. But my mom was like, you're gonna change your mind. And like her friends used to also say that, oh my god, another thing in the L word is when Tina and Bet had their baby, like their kid is raised by their friend group, which is so, but I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna get there. Um, okay, not raised, like the child was just born, but like all the like, anyway, I'm gonna get there, guys, don't worry. Maybe, you never know. But like I was like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. Like I'm just gonna be like I'm gonna be like my mom, but like without a kid. Cause my mom was like she was just living her life, you know. She was surviving. Like, well, not really. She's kind of a panicker in terms of like surviving, really. But like she was just living her life, you know, and enjoying her. I feel like she still had a touch of youth, even though she was a bit old. Like she was young old. She was in like her 50s when I started like being conscious really. And like I didn't that's not how I imagined 50-year-olds to be. I don't know how they are now, but like, you know, the way she was is not the way I imagine 50-year-olds to be. Because I also, funny story guys, I didn't know my mom was 50. Um my mom was born in 1965 and she used to lie to me about her age. She used to lie to me about her age because like she thought that like I would, and guys, I never noticed really, like my mom would turn 30, like she'd be 39 and then her 40th birthday she'd be back to 35, like, and I really didn't notice. Like I was like I never really put much thought to it. But yeah, like I guess like she told me like she didn't want people like she didn't want me to go around and tell people like, oh, my parents are, because yeah, they were much older than my peers' parents. And yeah, so she, like, my dad was like in his 40s and my mom was in her 30s, and like yeah, and they kept like aging backwards, you know. And I never put any thought to it. I just thought like that's how adults work. um but I was like, yeah, she didn't want me to like maybe get made fun of or something, or maybe it was I don't think it was a vanity thing really. But this one day I was getting ready for school and we were listening to the radio. Um, when does Mhlobo Wenene FM start? Anyway, but like it was like Pango 6 and like this man was talking on the radio and he was born in 1965 and I was like, oh my gosh, like mama, this is you, this man was like born in the same year as you. And she's like, yes, queen. And she was like, and he was talking to, and then they asked how old he is. He's like, oh no, like I think the radio dude like figured out, like calculated his age. And I was like, whoa, damn, whatever, like, you know. And I was like, mama, how come this man like on the radio is 51 and you're 36, like, but you guys were born in the same year? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, like, cool. Like I was not phased at all. But then she told me like, actually, dude, I'm 51 also. You're not gonna believe this, bruh, but like I've just been lying this whole time. Like, and I was like, but I didn't really care. I still don't care. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But maybe I'll understand when I'm that age, you know. But like, oh, well, I guess kids make fun of funny things, you know. Like, oh my gosh, my mom is 30 and your mom is 50. Like, you're a loser, you know. Kids are stupid. That's so mean. No one is stupid, okay? Everyone is smart in their own way. And kids are also smart in their own way, guys. Anyway. Yeah. And like, yeah. What was I saying about mom? Oh, but like mom was just a chill woman, you know, she was just living her life. And yeah, especially when I realized, like, or when I found out that she was like how old she actually was, I was like, oh my gosh, like like I was shocked and very phased. Because like my mom was like, she had her friends and they just would have a good time or whatever. Like my mom was not like some wild party animal, but like I thought a 50-year-old woman should be like in a rocking chair, knitting or like reading a book or something, being old and depressing. But like she was like, she'd like on the weekends, her friends would come over and they'd bring me sweets and they'd call me, oh my gosh, my mom had this one friend who gave me the nickname Wanto. I think she gave it to like all like the kids. I don't know. I feel like no, I wasn't the only Wanto. There was also a boy Wanto. but that's what she would call me. And she'd bring me, she used to hire cars a lot, and she'd bring me those mints, those Europe car mints. Anyway, um, what was I saying? Oh, right. Like, yeah. So I was like, I'm just gonna be like my mom, and I'm gonna party till I die. Not like party, but I'm just gonna enjoy the company of my friends, you know. And my mom was like, you're gonna feel really lonely. She's like, you're gonna feel really lonely when you get older, and then you're gonna have a kid really late, and it's gonna make you feel terrible. Like, she told me, like, she was really like, she kind of regretted having me at or as old as she was, because she was 41 when I was born. But was she? Yeah, my dad was 56. Um, but she's like, cause she worries, like, you know, she like left me early or something. But like, I was like, I'm not gonna have that because I'm not gonna want children. And then something just kicked like last year, or like 2023, because I like something clicked in me, and I was like, damn, I really want to be, because I thought babies were evil. Even the thing of them being cute so that we want to take care of them, I was like, that's evil. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, I don't want them. They're born manipulative. And babies are so manipulative. But, okay, I scroll up. Ori, 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 Ori. Oh, something clicked in me like last year, and I was like, damn, I kind of want a baby. Like, not now, obviously, but like when I'm older. I started seeing these baby videos on my TikTok. Like, everyone was talking about baby fever, and I was like, I was pretending numb to have baby fever. I was like, oh my gosh, I want it. But I was like, deep down, I was like, I actually don't care about babies. But then, like, I started getting these videos on my For You page of babies being adorable, and I was like, damn, like, babies are so cute and adorable and squishy and like lovable. Like, damn, like, I want to raise a whole human being. And then marriage, ever since I asked my art teacher what being married is like, she told us she got married twice, and she told us her second marriage, which is her current marriage, she found her Prince Charming. And I was like, that's so sweet and adorable. And they have a little non-binary kid, and cute, man, so cute. But yeah, like I started being curious about it, and then since Mrs. Van Veek told me, like, like, after all these years she still like fucks with her husband, I was like, wouldn't it be so adorable? And like, this is all gonna make sense, guys. I was like, wouldn't it be so adorable to like live, you know, with someone like, I think marriage is a thing that makes sense, because at first I didn't get marriage. Like, I was like, it's just a stupid thing. But it makes sense, like, why someone would want to be married, and why, like, marriage is cool. Like, marriage is a thing that just everyone does these days. Like, always. I guess from a religious perspective as well, and, like, in the traditional sense. And also because I was uber feminist, I was like, guys, marriage is like so nasty and so wrong. You're just handing your daughter over to a man. Like, you know, like, which I think is still kind of sassy. But I don't know. Like, if that's your jam, then then it's cool, I guess. And I was like, I still didn't know about about like my stance on marriage. Am I gonna get married or not? I was like, it seems cool. And then I realized, guys, I'm actually low-key a les. Cause I had always thought like, I don't know, am I gonna marry a woman or a man? This is like late last year, and I was in heavy denial, guys. This is actually really embarrassing to say. I think it's really embarrassing to say because I fought the allegations so hard, the Liz allegations. I thought I was just a man hating bi. Um, and I don't know, but I worry like, what if, like, because my mom told me the story about a friend that she had who used to be a lesbian, then one day she popped out and she was pregnant and she started loving men. That's my biggest fear. Like, I say I'm a Liz and then everyone is like, no, you're not, and then I actually turn out not to be. But yeah, guys, I think I'm a lesbian. I'm pretty sure I'm a lesbian because men just gross me out. Like, the idea of being close and like intimate with one, like not even in a sexual way, like just like cuddling or something with a man. Just, I would have to really love this man in like a friend way. Like, I don't see myself really realistically ever loving a man. Like, I always get bored when they speak. They just gross me out, like men. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, but then once I came to terms with that, mm, privately, I realized I actually really do want to be married, or like spend my, or like, I think the idea of finding someone that I love enough to live with them and start a family with them and live out my days with them, is so appealing. I realized that when I genuinely like was like, I want that when I completely pushed away the idea of it could be a man, which is really funny, I think. Like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And that's what I like about the L word. To take it back to the L word. Um, it's just, well, I think Bit and Tina are a really terrible couple. I hate them. I hate them for each other. Like, I hate Bit and I hate Bit and Tina for each other. But they're like, in their friend group, they are like this, beacon of hope, maybe. I don't know. But like, they're the married couple of their friend group. And obviously back in those days, like, gay marriage was like not legal and stuff. So like, but they were like married the way Ellen and Portia were married. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Portia Rossi. What is her fucking name, guys? Ellen DeGeneres' wife. I hate Ellen DeGeneres, but every time I see them talking about like how they met and how they fell in love and stuff, I'm like, this is so fucking cute. I just have to come out as a supporter of Ellen and Portia. Not of Ellen. I hate Ellen. She's not even funny. How are you a comedian and you're not funny? Like, your job is to be funny and you're not funny. Damn. There's people, you like, do you understand how difficult it is not to be funny? There's people on this planet who are funny by mistake. Like, there's always going to be someone who finds you funny. Like, being funny is so subjective and no one on earth thinks you're funny, but your job is to be funny. Like, that is so fucking depressing. Just, damn. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think their like love story is cute and whatever. I just love lesbians. I love to see women in love. I love to see people in love. I love like romance movies as well. Um, they've been making me feel extra good these days because, like, I don't know, I realize like you can actually have a happy romance, especially as a gay. Excuse me. Especially like as a lesbian, like, I don't know, like, everyone's always going on about their toxic lesbian situationship. They Yo, everyone's going back to their ex. If you guys broke, oh, if it like lesbians are not right, guys. Someone, please. Well, not even the lesbians, but the Willow community. Aniko right, Asiko right, man, dude. No, Aniko right, because I would never do that. I would never go back to my ex. Watch me say this, and then the minute I start dating someone, they treat me like shit, and then I like go back to them. Anyway, right now, the way I see things right now, although that might change, I would be very happy if in the future I never went back to my ex, because I respected my self-worth. I would really appreciate that. Do you guys know the first girl I ever dated texted me and said I'm the love of her life or whatever. She was drunk, but she was like, oh, not the love of her life, I was her first love. And and she's still kind of she's not totally straight because she has a boyfriend now. That was so weird. That fucked me up. Don't do that, guys. And it didn't even fuck me up because I was like, oh, there's a chance or something. Like, I don't like her. Like, I don't want her. You know? And it's been so long, like, I barely think about her. But, like, I don't know. It just did not sit right in my stomach. Like, and it wasn't her first time saying that. She said that to me 2 years ago. Because that was my fault. Because I saw a meme about sending your ex a text that's like, I still think about you, and saying nothing else. And then I showed it to my friend, and my friend was like, you should do this because you have an ex. 2 of my friends actually were like, you should do this because you have an ex. And I was like, first of all, whatever. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, we'll do that. And I texted her that, and then she texted me like a long paragraph, and she was like, she still thinks about me, and I was her first love. I like, which is a lie. It's just a lie, guys. Every time like she said that to me, I'm like, why are you capping? First of all, how do you even? Hey, guys, guys, don't be a liar. Just don't be a liar. Like, that shit is so rude, guys. I don't want to like air out. I don't want to air out other people's dirty laundry, guys, but like, I was literally an option for her. Like, she didn't even like me like that. Like, she just settled for me, and I settled for her just because I wanted to feel like I was doing something. But that's okay. Like, do you know sometimes you go back in time and you correct yourself, and you try to correct yourself, and you tell yourself, you know, I really, really love this person. And I don't understand what happened. I don't understand why they left, or I don't understand how we fell apart, because I really, really love them, but that's not the case. Do you know what I mean, guys? Do you know what I mean, girl? Me when I'm Charlie XCX and I'm inventing a song or whatever. Okay, let me tell you guys about a musical that I watched recently. Movie musical. So I'm on this like quest to watch as many movie musicals as I can. I recently just entered the 1980s. Like movie musicals from the 1980s. Started off strong. Oh, I'm gonna start off strong in the 80s with Popeye. The one where Shelley Duvall plays Olive Oil. But yeah. But before that, I think, did Rocky Horror Picture Show, I watched The Wiz, which is really great, guys. I don't care about the controversy. I don't care about like Diana Ross being an evil groomer. Like, she is an evil groomer, but I'm still gonna listen to her music, and I'm still gonna watch The Wiz and enjoy it, because honestly, like, ugh, that's actually really, like, I do care about her being a groomer. That's really nasty, like, and you know, you shouldn't do that. It's really like, it's like a, I always think about it actually when I listen to her music, and I feel really bad. Like, I'm listening to a person who like was 30 and was in a relationship with a 19-year-old Michael Jackson. Like, damn. But then, like, I'm coming out. Yes, I'm coming. I'm coming out. And it's really none of my business. Like, if this was a person who's still relevant, who's still, like, making music and still grooming people, then it would be like if it was R. Kelly, for instance. But, like, yeah. And I still do listen to Michael Jackson, even though there's those allegations against him. Like, Michael Jackson's not even alive anymore. I can't wait until the day R. Kelly dies so I can finally do a deep dive on his discography and see what was so great. Because I know a few songs. I know Step in the Name of Love, Step in the Name of Love, and I know Ignition, and I know the Trapped in the Closet, like, yeah, I know that. And I know there was this song where he's like pretending to be on the phone with his sister. And I know Bump and Grind. I think that's about it. I know like songs that he wrote for Aaliyah, but they're good because they're Aaliyah songs. Like, not because of, like, I guess in a way because of R. Kelly's involvement. But if we think about it, not really, because she went, like, after AJ Nothing But a Number, she went on and she made better music after her involvement, after his involvement in her music, you know. Like, 1 in a Million, so good. Like, Full Page Letter, such a good song. If Your Girl Only Knew, oh my god. Like, anyway, I wasn't even talking about Aaliyah. I was talking about, like, yeah. But I watched The Wiz and it was really good. And I noticed that a lot of, like, a lot of artists that I listen to have interpolated from songs from The Wiz and have sampled, you know, lines in the movie or songs, and I think that's really cool. It's like a piece of Black culture overseas. I don't think that's like, it's really a deep cultural thing for like Black people in Africa, because we have culture. I don't think people like, I think in Africa, like, people cared about Diana Ross because if there's a cure for this, I don't want it, and because baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. But yeah, I watched The Wiz, which was really good. Oh, I was talking about why I love The Wiz despite the controversy. Like, the grooming thing is the worst thing about it. Like, that's really bad. Like, grooming is insanely bad. But, like, because Michael and Diana met on the set of that movie. But, like, the whole thing about her having an affair with the Motown Records dude who funded the movie, like, the record label funded the movie because the dude was having an affair with Diana Ross, and I don't care. Like, people act like that's such a, and she got cast because she's Diana Ross and she was having an affair with the dude who owns Motown Records, which is why the movie is even being funded by Motown Records. They cast her to play a 16-year-old even though she was 31. They literally aged Dorothy up, guys. I don't care. Like, because there was this actress that everyone thought was gonna play Dorothy, who I think was playing her on Broadway at the time, but the role went to Diana Ross, and everyone like was like, what the fuck? Because I think in the Wiz Diana Ross, I mean, in the Wiz Dorothy is 16, just like she is in Wonderful Wizard of Oz. But like, because of the whole Diana Ross thing, they wanted to cast Diana Ross, so they like made her 23. And do you know what? It's totally believable. She looked really good for her age. Like, she looked really good as a 31-year-old. Like, she looked like, if you had told me that 31-year-old Diana Ross was, because she was small. So like, that's not that crazy and unbelievable and problematic. Like, and the younger girl continued to play on Broadway. Like, maybe the most like the most aggravating thing about that was maybe that the girl didn't get the recognition that she deserved, because the movie was very successful. Well, it was kind of a flop, but like people look at it now in retrospect and are like, wow, this is so cool. But like, I don't think the movie would have been as revered if it wasn't Diana Ross. I know we have like Michael Jackson, but like this was before anyone even knew Michael Jackson. Like his dad was like, "Don't take this role because like no one's gonna take you seriously." Like, and he met Quincy Jones on the set of The Wiz, and that's how they got to talking and how they got to like making his debut album Thriller, and like everything after that they made. I mean, Off the Wall and Thriller and everything after that. His debut album Off the Wall, guys. And Thriller and yeah, I think Bad. I don't know if they work together on Bad or not. Do I look like a Michael Jackson expert? Do I? Because I'm not. Anyway. Yeah, like Michael Jackson. What was I saying? Oh, there was. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. The only thing that really like is on my mind whenever I see Diana Ross and whenever I see The Wiz is the whole thing between Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, because that was really disturbing actually. Yeah. But I watched that, and then I watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I loved. Loved. I had never watched it in it's like I'd never watched the whole thing. But I saw up till touch me, because then after that I got kind of bored. Like, like I was kind of shipping Rocky and Janet, but then they got caught. Okay, let me explain it to you. So first off, it opens with a pair of red lips and a black screen, and the lips are singing this nonsensical, maybe it's not nonsensical, let me actually look up the lyrics, because I've been thinking about the lyrics of this song for really long, and I'm like, what if these make sense to someone, you know? But they are really fun and interesting. I love songs with lyrics that sound like they're like nonsensical. But yeah, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah, science fiction double feature, yeah. But like the opening song is so interesting. Like, okay, I think it's because I don't know these people, and I think it's like movie stars, but it's just like what's the point? Okay, let me read it to you. Verse 1. Michael Rennie was ill the day the earth stood still, but he told us where we stand. And Flash Gordon was there in silver underwear. Claude Rains was the invisible man. Then something went wrong for Fay Ray and King Kong. They got caught in a celluloid jam. Then at a deadly pace, it came from outer space. And this is how the message ran. And then the chorus is, science fiction double feature, Dr. X build a creature, see androids fighting Brad and Janet, and Francis stars in Forbidden Planet, and at the late night double feature picture show. That's like the movies, right, in the olden days. Okay, I'm on Genius right now, and it says, the science fiction double feature. This line references science fiction B movies that would be shown in pairs late at night in many theaters across the USA and Britain. Right. And I think Rocky Horror Picture Show is a B movie. Also, I don't know if they could have gotten away with the shit that they did. Like, for the 70s, it's so liberal. And, yeah. I imagine, like if I was a a gal in the 70s and I saw this movie, I'd be like, this is so perverse and disgusting. Not because I'm like not woke, but like just because of like no one was woke in the 70s. Well, they were the woke people obviously, but I don't think they were that woke. Like they were woke as in they wanted to do LSD. Like white people, oh guys, white people always on that shit. Like why have they always been like that? Like they're like, oh my gosh, we're so political and we're so, and they just mean that they do drugs. Like take that somewhere else. Take that somewhere else. But yeah, the lyrics like are like kind of silly and fun, but then like it's the main characters are Brad and Janet, who get engaged after the first number. I love the first song. It's like Brad is singing and he's like, I don't remember the lyrics, TBH, but it's like na 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 Janet na 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 na, but like it's called, I think it's called Damn It Janet, but it's like damn it Janet, I love you, and then and then Janet says, oh Brad, I've gone mad for you too, but every like all the lyrics rhyme, all of Brad's lyrics rhyme with Janet, and all of Janet's lyrics rhyme with Brad. And I think that's really fun. And the song is kind of like, it's fun. I love it. But then they celebrate their engagement, because he proposes in that song. Celebrate their engagement, they take a trip, like road trip, to go visit their friend or something, a professor. Then their car like breaks down, so they like Brad is like, I'm gonna go look for someone who can like give us a lift or something. Janet's like, I'm gonna come with you because like, oh, they saw this fucking castle. And Janet's like, okay, if you're going into the castle, then I'm gonna come with you too, because it might be a beautiful girl and then you never come back. Imagine that. Like, he's like, okie dokes. So they go to the castle. It's this creepy hunchback dude. He's at the door. He answers them at the door. And yeah, and then they meet Dr. Frankenfurter, who's this trans doctor who is creating a man who he calls Rocky. He's creating a man who he has created to be his lover. And Dr. Frankenfurter is like this, he's like really sexually liberated and he kind of opens their minds. And I was thinking, this movie is so like woke for a 1970s, late 70s movie. Especially considering like the end of the 70s is like when people stopped being woke for real. Like they stopped pretending to be woke even, and they went full on conservative. Like for the 80s, like the 80s were pretty conservative, right? I wasn't there, but I'm sure you guys would know. I'm just thinking fashion wise. I don't really know anything, but I'm also thinking in the US. I wasn't there, but I'm thinking in terms of fashion, it went back to a kind of conservative style of dress, and the fashion usually reflects the time, just like now. I think that's a lovely thing to talk about. Once I'm done with Rocky Horror Picture Show though. So yeah, and he sings this song. So he sings a song with Dr. Frankenfurter to introduce himself, and the like hook is like, I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. And I thought he was like, cause I thought it was like he's a transvestite, which I don't know if that, like that's a really outdated term. But I asked my mom what that was because I heard of it on America's Next Top Model when I was very young, and she said it was like a man who dresses as a woman. So I'm assuming that's just like an outdated term for like a transgender person, and a transsexual is obviously a transgender, but it's like I mean, a transgender like person, obviously, but it's like in the olden days they thought that that was like being transgender is like really perverted and freaky in the sexual way. So like you're transsexual, like it's like a sexual orientation kind of. And yeah, so I thought he was saying he's a transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. He's from Transylvania, and where he's from, it is very sexual and trans. Like it's there are lots of other transvestites or whatever, you know. But actually you find out at the end that Transylvania is a galaxy, the galaxy that Frankenfurter and his assistant are from. And transsexual is the planet in Transylvania, which I thought was fun and interesting. Like, oh, like they really just said shit. Like, if you told me this movie didn't have a script, I'd believe you. And Frankenfurter seduces Brad and Janet, and he sleeps with them both, even though they're engaged to each other. And then Janet sleeps with Rocky, and then they almost like are killed. But it's actually like really like weird. It's like a fever dream. Like I genuinely love it so much because it does not make any sense. It doesn't feel real. And the songs are good as well. Um like sometimes when something is like um when something is a musical like on a stage, like you're like, for instance, like Cry Baby. It was a movie before it was a musical. And I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the musical with that lady that played Glinda, and she plays the lady that sings Screw Loose. Do you know Screw Loose, guys? It says, "Darling, it's so hard to be 16 and schizo." But I like the musical. I was watching a slime tutorial the one time a while ago, and like I was like, like I wonder how this would translate to a movie, because like movie musicals are like a hit. Like since Wicked, I've been thinking about how a lot of musicals would translate to, excuse me, to musical, and I was like, Cry Baby would make no sense as a movie. Then I found out there is a Cry Baby movie. That was a thing before Cry Baby was a show. I'm pretty sure. Because the show I watched was from 2015. And I'm pretty sure this is the original cast. And the movie is from like the 1990s, I think. But it has like fucking Tom Cruise in it or something. I don't know those white actors. I always get like, there's like I think it's Tom Cruise though. He's a very beautiful one. I always get Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt confused, believe it or not. Tom Cruise is the one in Top Gun, right? And Top Gun is the one that says, "Take my breath away." Guys, that movie is so funny. I watched it like, at one time I was watching TV and I caught it in the middle. But every time Maverick flirts with this woman and like there's like a tense silence, they like, you know, they want each other. The song just starts, like it fades in. It's like, "Take my breath away." Like, how is this and it happens every single time. Like they'll be talking, and it'll be no music. Then Maverick says something rizzy. Then she starts blushing. "Take my breath away." Stop. I think that is such a fucking brilliant choice. Like, that's great, guys. If we could have more movies like that, I would just die of happiness. If the world was... Oh, anyway. I think Rocky Horror Picture Show is one of those movies that, like, maybe it would make sense on stage, but this as a movie is so crazy, and I'm so into it. But, Every time I say because I say but it sounds like I'm like gonna ch, and I always say it like or do I? I guess we'll never know. Um, anyway, I'm gonna start doing that every time I think like I'm rizzing someone. I'm gonna start singing that, and I'm not even fucking kidding, guys. That's gonna give me all the ladies. If I don't know if anyone else had this problem because I looked, I like skimmed through like the internet, like social media and stuff, posts about the movie, and they were all like, "Oh, this movie is so amazing and awesome," which I wouldn't really know because I haven't seen the whole thing. But like, no one was talking about the fact that like they like the song, like people talking about how the song is good. No one's talking about how it just pops up like that and how that's kind of weird. So maybe I'm the only person on the planet with this issue. I would love that. I love being unique, guys. Be yourself. Be unique. Be a monster. Oh my gosh, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Anyway, yeah. Rocky Horror Picture Show was the best movie I've watched in a while. The most like whimsical. Well, maybe whimsical isn't the right word, but it's so surreal and so hilarious. Like, it's so camp. That's the word. It's so camp. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. And I love characters that in like anything in any media. I love a character that is like sexually like kind of like perverse, like, and from everyone else's point of view, like this is a pervert, but it depends because like obviously Dr. Frankenfurter, he's just living his trans life. Like maybe he's a homewrecker, he's not a pervert, he's just trans and wants to have a good time. It's kind of unethical that he created a human being. It's extremely unethical that he created a human being with the sole purpose of making love. But like aside from that, like, and the movie's not even that serious, so whatever. But like Dorian, characters like that just speak to me. Like Lord Henry, girl, I hate Lord Henry. He's evil. He's so evil. But I just love, like, it's such a seductive trope, like this character that like just that seduces you into living into like and turns you into something, or turns oh my god, it's raining, or like drizzling. Hold on, let me just raise the blinds. Okay, I'm back. I had to raise the blinds so I could see the drizzle better. I love the rain. Anyway, like I just love a character in a book or in a movie that is like that will show the protagonist like the bad side, you know, of things, and seduce them into this gross life, and like, or like kind of gross, like maybe the something that the character would never ever choose for themselves, but they've been convinced to choose it, like they've chosen it for themselves, but it's like not really them because they're being manipulated. And I love it with a kata, like with a touch of homoeroticism. Like I love the trope in Jen, but when it's homoerotic, like in Dorian and in Rocky Horror Picture Show, I just love it. Like Brad and Dr. and Frankenfurter, that is such a I love it. I think seduction is such a powerful thing, and I love when it's shown like that. Like you lose your morals because you were literally seduced, you know. You were like shown you were shown something or made to believe something because, like, oh. Anyway, this podcast is getting long, guys, and my throat is kind of getting dry. But, I didn't even get to talk about... Man, I love talking. But thank you for listening. Oh, let me give you guys the quote of the week. I have another John Heywood for you guys. Today's quote of the week is, "A woman hath 9 lives like a cat." Okay. On lesbianism. I just thought I'd like lesbianism, a woman, a cat, like it makes sense to me. Let me know if you think so. But John Heywood, "A woman hath 9 lives like a cat." And you're just gonna break that down in your own time. And I hope you enjoy your week further. And I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for not having uploaded earlier, but I love you guys, okay? Enjoy your life. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you next week, Monday. Mwah!